Vampire syndrome. Vampire syndrome, also known as hypohidrotic ectodermal dysplasia, causes people to have pointed teeth, pale skin, and often a thin physique with dark circles around their eyes. They also lack hair. While they may resemble vampires, those with this condition face serious challenges. They don't have sweat glands, so they must constantly monitor their body temperature and avoid the sun to prevent overheating. Actor Michael Berryman turned his condition into a unique advantage in his acting career. His pale skin, pointed teeth, and hairless look made him a perfect fit for horror roles in the 70s and 80s. Despite the challenges of the disease, such as heat sensitivity, he embraced his distinctive appearance and became a beloved figure in the horror genre. Stoneman Syndrome. Stoneman Syndrome, also known as Fibrodysplasia Ossificans Progressiva, is an extremely rare and bizarre condition where the body starts growing bone tissue instead of muscle tissue after an injury. So, if someone with this disease injures their muscles, like the biceps, their body may grow bone instead of repairing the muscle. This condition causes the affected person's muscles and soft tissues to gradually turn into bone, which fuses with the existing skeleton. Over time, this leads to severe immobility, as the bones restrict movement. The condition is unique because it's the only known disease where one type of tissue transforms into another, essentially turning muscles into bone. Unfortunately, Stoneman syndrome is nearly always fatal. The new bone growth can't be removed. If it's cut or broken, it just grows back again, making it a challenging and often devastating condition to live with. Myostatin-related muscle hypertrophy. Myostatin-related muscle hypertrophy is a rare condition that gives individuals extraordinary strength by significantly increasing their muscle mass, often more than double that of an average person. This occurs due to a mutation in the MSTN gene, which normally acts as a regulator to limit muscle growth. When this gene doesn't function properly, it allows muscles to grow beyond typical limits. A well-known example is Liam Hoekstra, who displayed incredible strength as a child. By just 8 months old, he could do pull-ups, and by the age of 3, he already had a six-pack and could lift 3 kilograms dumbbells with ease. Additionally, certain breeds of animals, like Belgian blue cattle and whippets, naturally exhibit a similar mutation, leading to their heavily muscled appearance. Savant Syndrome. Savant syndrome is a rare condition, often associated with autism or Asperger's syndrome, where individuals have extraordinary abilities in specific areas like math, art, music, or memory. Kim Peek, who was the inspiration for the character Raymond Babbitt in the movie Rain Man, is one of the most well-known examples of Savant syndrome. Kim had an extraordinary memory and could recall vast amounts of information. He could read the pages of a book simultaneously, one with each eye, and remember almost every detail he read. Kim could also memorize entire phone books, maps, and historical facts. Polymelia? Polymelia is a rare genetic condition where a person is born with extra limbs. These additional limbs are usually small, deformed, or non-functional. One notable example is Lakshmi Tatma, an Indian girl born in 2005 with 4 arms and 4 legs. This condition was due to a parasitic twin that had stopped developing in the womb and fused with her body. Many villagers believed she was an incarnation of the Hindu goddess Lakshmi, who is often depicted with multiple limbs, and came to worship her. In 2007, a team of surgeons led by Dr. Sharon Patel performed a complex 27-hour surgery to remove the extra limbs and organs, allowing Lakshmi to lead a more typical life. Hyperthymestic Syndrome. Hyperthymestic syndrome is an extremely rare condition that gives people an extraordinary memory. Those with this syndrome can recall vast amounts of information, often down to the smallest details of events that happened years ago. However, there's a downside: they can't control what they remember. For example, they might vividly recall what they ate on a random day years ago but struggle to retain information they need for an exam. People with this condition describe their memories as automatic and overwhelming. When they see a specific date, their mind instantly floods with vivid images and details from that day without any conscious effort. Unfortunately, this can make life challenging. Traumatic or painful memories often stay fresh in their minds, making it hard to move on from difficult experiences. This can lead to feelings of isolation and difficulties in maintaining relationships. Congenital insensitivity to pain. Congenital insensitivity to pain is a rare genetic condition that affects about 1 in 25,000 people. This condition prevents the body from sensing physical pain because of a mutation in a gene responsible for developing pain-sensing nerve cells. People with this condition can't feel pain, even though they can still experience emotional pain and touch. While this may sound like a gift, it's actually dangerous. Pain is an essential survival tool, warning us of injuries or danger. Without it, individuals with congenital insensitivity to pain may unknowingly harm themselves. As a result, many people with this condition don't survive childhood because they often suffer injuries without realizing it. Tetrachromacy. Tetrachromacy is a rare condition where people can see more colors than the average human. Normally, humans have 3 types of cone cells in their eyes that allow us to see a certain range of colors. However, some animals like birds, fish, and reptiles have 4 types of cone cells, which lets them see colors beyond what humans can. People with tetrachromacy have an extra cone cell, which means they can see a broader spectrum of colors. They might be able to distinguish between colors that would look the same to most people. Tetrachromacy is extremely rare, and some even question whether it truly exists. Many people with this ability may not even realize they have it. Hyperlexia. Hyperlexia is a condition where children, typically between the ages of 2 and 4, can read perfectly but struggle to understand what they are reading. These children may show an intense fascination with numbers or letters and can often read words aloud accurately. However, their ability to recognize and say the words doesn't mean they grasp their meaning. The exact cause of hyperlexia is unknown, but it is believed to be linked to autism, with some studies suggesting that around 84% of children with hyperlexia also have autism. Tricho-Dento-Osseous Syndrome. Tricho-Dento-Osseous Syndrome is a rare condition affecting only a few thousand people worldwide. It causes extremely dense and strong bones, making individuals with this condition capable of feats like breaking baseball bats or surviving car crashes. This unique strength comes from a mutation in the DULX3 gene, which influences bone density. However, the condition has its downsides. Teeth are prone to breaking painfully, nails are brittle, and hair is often dry, curly, and flaky. Interestingly, researchers are studying this syndrome as a potential key to treating osteoporosis, a condition that weakens bones in the elderly and increases their risk of fractures. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more videos like this. See you next time.